Hello, and welcome to Cosmic Whisper Stories. Tonight, we begin a gentle, celestial journey, far beyond the atmosphere, drifting deep into the vast expanse of our solar system. Before we travel among planets, stars, and glowing cosmic wonders, let us return to the space within ourselves. Take a slow breath in. Let your body sink into the mattress beneath you, allowing every muscle to soften, every thought to loosen, every part of you to settle into safety. There are no expectations here, nothing to accomplish, nothing to prove, only rest. With each breath, imagine your body growing lighter, as though gravity is slowly loosening its hold. Picture yourself floating just an inch above the bed, weightless, calm, and supported by the soft air around you. The tension in your neck melts away, your shoulders release, your back unwinds. Your breath becomes deeper, warmer, slower, matching the rhythm of the quiet universe waiting outside. Now imagine yourself inside a small, cozy pod. You're lying on a plush mattress, so soft it feels like a cloud wrapping itself around your body. The walls are lined with warm wooden textures, giving the pod the comforting feeling of a winter cabin. Above you, vines and leafy plants intertwine like a mosaic of soothing greens. But the true beauty lies beside you, a curved window stretching from floor to ceiling. Outside, it floats a glowing blue sphere, Earth, spinning silently in the darkness. From here, the clouds look like soft white cotton swirling above oceans of deep blue. Forests bloom in shades of emerald. Deserts glow in warm tones of red and gold. Mountain ranges ripple like ancient brushstrokes painted by time itself. You drift above continents, Africa, Europe, Asia, watching night gently sweep over them. Cities awaken with thousands of lights twinkling like drifting fireflies in the dark. Each cluster of light holds stories of people living, loving, dreaming. As the sun rises, the world transforms. The Mediterranean Sea gleams with turquoise streaks. The Alps shine with icy peaks. Clouds dance in soft spirals across the atmosphere. Looking down, you feel a gentle ache in your chest, an awe so warm it spreads through your entire body. You place your hand on the cool window, imagining the millions of lives moving, breathing, and dreaming below. The earth seems unified from here. No borders, no divisions, just one living world suspended in a gentle cosmic sea. Our planet is a miracle, a perfect distance from the sun, 92.3 million miles, warm enough, bright enough, safe enough for life to bloom. Its atmosphere acts like a protective coat, shielding the surface from meteors, UV rays, and the cold vacuum of space. Plants breathe out oxygen, animals carry seeds, microorganisms maintain the balance of soil and forests. Every piece of life supports another. And yet, even with this harmony around us, humans have always looked upward, toward the stars, toward the unknown, toward the question, what else is out there? Astronomy is humanity's oldest science. Our ancestors carved constellations into cave walls, built temples aligned with the sun, and told stories of gods and heroes living among the stars. Tonight, you join that ancient tradition, floating quietly above Earth, preparing to journey deeper into our cosmic neighborhood. Let your breath slow just a bit more. Let your eyelids grow heavier, and when you're ready, we will drift away from Earth and begin our exploration of the planets beyond. Our journey begins by drifting far, far away from Earth until the blue glow of our home becomes a soft memory behind us. Slowly, Mercury, the smallest and fastest planet, comes into view. From a distance, it appears as a shimmering silver-gray sphere, almost like a polished stone floating in darkness. As your pod glides closer, you begin to see the patterns etched across its rugged landscape. Deep craters, wide basins, ridges shaped like ancient fingerprints pressed into clay. Every mark tells the story of meteorites traveling millions of miles before landing here. Mercury has no thick atmosphere to soften the blows, no wind, no clouds, no storms, just pure silence, pure stillness. Drifting above its cratered plains feels like floating above time itself, where nothing has moved for millions of years. The sunlight reflects off the metallic surface, scattering faint silver rays into space. Despite being closest to the sun, Mercury's nights are freezing and its days scorching, proof that beauty in space often hides striking extremes. As you rise away from Mercury, your pod turns gently toward Venus, the planet of glowing clouds and golden storms. From afar, Venus looks impossibly smooth, wrapped in thick layers of creamy white and pale yellow clouds swirling in elegant, endless motion. They rotate slowly, like soft ribbons being stirred in warm light. But as you edge closer, the softness reveals a harsher truth. Those beautiful clouds are made of carbon dioxide and droplets of sulfuric acid, an eternal storm that never ends. Rain falls from the sky, though it evaporates long before reaching the surface. Through the hazy atmosphere, you can see flashes of the terrain below, vast plains glowing in rusty orange, mountain ranges rising like silent giants, and volcanoes shaped by ancient rivers of lava. Yet even among this harsh beauty, Venus feels hypnotic, calming, mesmerizing. The slow dance of its clouds has a rhythm that seems to sync with your breath, drawing you deeper into relaxation. Leaving Venus behind, your pod glides into the dim red glow of Mars, the planet that has captured human imagination for centuries. Mars rises like a crimson jewel, glowing with shades of ember, burnt orange, and deep brick red. As you approach, you can see intricate canyons, wide valleys, and winding riverbeds carved long ago by water that once flowed across the surface. Imagine those ancient rivers, shimmering blue streams drifting over red stone, waterfalls misting in thin air, lakes catching sunlight like mirrors. Now they are quiet, dry, frozen in time, but their shapes remain, whispering stories of what Mars used to be. Suddenly, snowflakes begin to drift across the Martian sky. At night, the atmosphere cools rapidly, creating tiny bursts of downward winds that push ice crystals toward the ground. You watch a single flake spiral and dance through the air, twisting, twirling, descending, until it vanishes before touching the surface. Snow falls often on Mars, but it never settles. The cold, thin air swallows it whole. As Mars fades behind you, you wrap your blanket closer and settle deeper into the plush mattress inside your pod. Jupiter, the giant of our solar system, awaits you next, glowing softly in the distance like a swirling lantern of color and storm. Jupiter appears first as a softly glowing orb painted with broad strokes of cream, gold, rust, and pale rose. As your pod approaches, those colors sharpen into swirling bands, massive rivers of cloud drifting endlessly around the largest planet in our solar system. Each band moves at its own speed, creating a mesmerizing tapestry that seems alive, breathing, pulsing. The Great Red Spot comes into view, a colossal storm larger than Earth, swirling gently like a slow-turning whirlpool of sunset colors. Despite its size, when seen from this calm distance, even this storm feels soothing, like watching waves move on a distant shoreline. Most of Jupiter is made of gas, with no solid surface beneath the clouds. It is a world of shifting skies and hidden depths, a giant guardian whose immense gravity has protected Earth for billions of years by pulling dangerous asteroids away from our delicate blue home. As your pod glides past the cloud tops, Jupiter's 4 largest moons drift into view, each one glowing softly against the planet's vast canvas. The first to greet you is Io, a world of fire and color. Yellow, orange, and red swirl across its surface like strokes of paint on a heated canvas. Volcanoes rise and fall, reshaping Io constantly, glowing like tiny lanterns under Jupiter's enormous shadow. Yet from a distance, even this fiery world feels peaceful, its energy wrapped in the hushed quiet of space. Next comes Europa, calm, bright, and mysterious. Its surface is smooth and white like polished ice, streaked with long, delicate cracks of blue and reddish brown. It resembles a frozen pearl or a marble carved from winter itself. Beneath that icy shell lies a vast ocean, possibly deeper than any ocean on Earth. Scientists believe that in the darkness below, warmed by tidal forces, life may be sleeping, drifting, waiting. You float above Europa's frozen plains, imagining water moving far beneath the crust, slow tides in a silent sea no one has ever seen. Then Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system, appears. It is a world of gentle contrast. Dark patches, bright streaks, and flows of ancient ice shaped like the patterns of frost on a winter window. Ganymede radiates a quiet, ancient calm, like a library carved from stone. Callisto follows, heavily cratered, beautifully scarred, a moon shaped by billions of years of impacts. Yet every crater, every ridge feels soft from here, as though time itself has smoothed the edges for you. Wrapped in your blanket, you watch Jupiter shrink behind you, its swirling storms fading into the distance. Ahead, a golden glow begins to rise, Saturn. Its rings shimmer like delicate threads of frozen light stretching across the darkness. The sight pulls your pod forward as though the universe is gently guiding you toward one of the most breathtaking wonders ever to exist. Saturn greets you like a celestial crown suspended in the dark. Its golden atmosphere glows softly, wrapped in shades of cream, honey, and pale amber that ripple gently around the planet. But what steals your breath are the rings, vast shimmering bands made of billions of ice crystals and ancient stones that stretch outward like delicate lace. As your pod drifts closer, the rings separate into countless individual fragments. Ice glints under distant sunlight, scattering soft sparkles across space in waves of white and silver. Every tiny particle seems to twinkle for you alone. The pod slips between two bands of the rings, moving through a snowfall of light. You hear nothing, but you can almost imagine a faint chiming, like frost tapping gently on glass. Shepherd moons, small, loyal companions, glide gracefully along the edges of the rings, their gravity guiding each icy piece into its perfect place, maintaining harmony in a system that has danced the same steps for billions of years. Before leaving Saturn, your pod approaches Titan, the planet's largest moon. Wrapped in a thick haze of orange-gold mist, Titan glows like a lantern drifting through fog. Its atmosphere is dense, softening every feature, turning the world into a dreamlike silhouette. Beneath the haze lie rivers and lakes, not of water, but of liquid methane. Dark, glassy seas stretch across its surface, their shapes carved by slow-moving chemical rains. Titan feels ancient and mysterious, a world both familiar and alien, like a memory you can almost recall. When Titan fades behind you, a pale blue world begins to rise. Uranus. Quiet, gentle Uranus, rotating on its side as though reclining against the stars. Its serene sapphire color spreads across your window like smooth watercolor paint. Thin rings encircle it vertically, unlike any other planet. They look like halos drawn by a careful hand. The atmosphere moves in slow, blending streams of blue, turquoise, and icy teal, creating a sense of deep stillness. Drifting past Uranus feels like floating above an endless and tranquil ocean. Its cool calmness seeps into your body, slowing your breath, softening your muscles, quieting your thoughts. Then Neptune appears, darker, deeper, bluer, a world of swirling azure storms moving in elegant, slow arcs. White clouds glide across its surface like silk ribbons caught in a soft breeze. Neptune looks less like a planet and more like a living ocean, turning gently in the dark. Winds here are the fastest in the solar system, yet from your peaceful distance, the storms seem calm, rhythmic, almost hypnotic. One moon shines brightly near Neptune, Triton. Its pure white, frost-covered surface reflects starlight with a quiet brilliance. Frozen nitrogen coats the moon like powdered snow, smooth and pale, stretching across valleys and plains. Triton feels serene, cold, silent, timeless. As you drift past Triton, leaving the farthest edges of the solar system behind, a small blue glow appears in the distance. Earth, soft, familiar, warm. Your pod turns toward home, beginning the long, gentle journey back to the world that has always held you. Triton slowly fades behind you until it becomes nothing more than a tiny silver grain drifting in the darkness. Your pod turns softly, as though guided by an unseen hand, aligning itself with the gentle blue glow far ahead. Earth, home, the place where warmth gathers, where oceans breathe beneath sunlight, where life hums in every corner. At first, Earth is just a distant sparkle, a soft dot of blue suspended in the vast dark. As you drift closer, that dot blooms, growing into a glowing sphere wrapped in shades of sapphire, emerald, and swirling white. The sun paints warm highlights along the curve of the planet, creating a halo of gold at its edge. Night drapes over half the world, where clusters of lights glimmer like constellations resting on the ground, cities sleeping, dreaming, living quietly. The pod glides closer through the upper atmosphere, where the air glows with thin ribbons of soft blue and violet. Clouds below move slowly, drifting like enormous blankets of cotton. Mountain peaks appear beneath them, catching faint moonlight on their ridges. Rivers wind like silver threads through shadowed valleys. Everything feels familiar, safe, deeply human. As you descend, your pod slows to a near stop. It hovers gently above a peaceful landscape, quiet hills, soft forests, still lakes reflecting the night sky. Then, with a motion so smooth you barely feel it, the pod settles onto the ground. No sound, no jolt, only a sensation of being welcomed back. You step out into the cool night air. It brushes your skin softly, carrying the scent of earth and distant leaves. The world feels slower now, calmer, as though it has waited for you to return from your long cosmic journey. When you lie down again in your own bed, the softness beneath you feels even deeper than before, like the cushion of your pod, the quiet of Neptune, the gentle glow of Saturn's rings still holding you. Pull your blanket around you. Feel it settle on your body like the golden haze of Titan or the cool blue calm of Uranus. Let your head sink into your pillow as naturally as Europa sinks into its frozen seas. You have traveled across worlds of fire, ice, wind, and light. You have floated beside storms older than history and oceans hidden beneath miles of ice. You have seen colors no human eye was meant to see. And now the universe invites you to rest. Close your eyes slowly, without effort, without pressure. Allow your breathing to fall into an easy rhythm, steady, soft, like the turning of a distant planet. There is nothing you need to do, nothing left to think about, nothing to hold on to. Tonight, sleep will come gently, like stardust settling over your mind. Feel the weightlessness return, the same feeling you had floating above the rings of Saturn or drifting past the quiet blue of Neptune. Your body becomes warm, heavy, peaceful. Your thoughts loosen, drifting like tiny moons around a quiet world. Let yourself sink deeper, softer, into the comfort that surrounds you. You are safe, you are home, and the universe is watching over you with quiet, endless calm. Good night and sweet dreams.